Meanwhile, in Tupac news,
The shooting of Tupac Shakur once again underscores the violence that has surrounded this man since he shot the superstar.
People pulled up, opened fire. Shakur and Knight.
Tupac Shakur was shot several times in the chest. Shakur was pronounced dead.
Machiavellianist, Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-game shot at. Feel me? They'll never take me alive. I'm getting high with my 4-5 cocked on these niggas.
I can't even see how a kid can look at Ja Rule and want to be like Ja Rule.
I don't know him.
This nigga want to be Tupac Shakur.
Tupac cut his head bald, then you want to cut your head bald. Tupac wear a bandana, you won't wear a bandana. Tupac put a cross on his back, you want to put crosses on your back. You ain't Tupac. Money and women, the funny beginnings, tragic endings. I can make a million and still not get enough for spending.
You want to see Pac come back? Y'all want to see this? It's here, and I'm taking it to the streets, to the mic, any way y'all like it. Holla back!
Only Gab can do it like this. Yo, YouTube, what up? It's homie Gab, I'm in the building. Do y'all remember the 50 Cent versus Ja Rule beef that was like major in the early 2000s? I mean, the beef was real. People don't realize how real it was and how dangerous things had gotten on the streets. People was getting hurt. You know what I mean? There was rumors that 50 Cent may or may have called the police and got Murder Inc. involved in all types of charges. Who knows what was really going on? But one thing we do know is that Ja and 50 couldn't stand each other. And one of the reasons 50 claimed he didn't like Ja Rule is because Ja Rule copied Tupac and his music was too pop, too R&B. Now, to Ja's credit, Ja did admit that he was a super duper Tupac fan and that Tupac was definitely the inspiration behind his music. But Ja also took Tupac's advice and rapped for the ladies. Tupac said, do not rap for the fellas, rap for the ladies because the fellas play what the ladies like. That's true. So Ja took that and ran with it. The funny part about this beef right here is that everything 50 Cent accused Ja Rule of doing, he turned around and did himself. He was laughing, saying Ja Rule sung on all his music. And when 50 came out, there was a lot of singing going on. I must admit, a lot of the verses were being sung. Like I said, this beef right here turned violent. You know, it lasted for several years. Ultimately, 50 Cent music career trumped Ja Rule's. And in many people's eyes, 50 Cent actually ruined Ja Rule's career. But the crazy part is, not only did 50 Cent turn the fans against Ja Rule, but he turned Ja Rule's peers against him. And at this time, Ja Rule had became like a laughingstock in the music industry. You had people like DMX that he was cool with, he bumped heads with. Even people down to Eminem got involved in this beef. And it's funny that all of those guys, they had a lot to say about Ja Rule imitating Tupac. A lot of those guys was Tupac fans themselves, and you can hear it in their music too, including Eminem. But somehow Ja Rule was like outcast and became like the odd man out of the equation. And the crazy part about it is that Ja Rule and Murder Inc. was like top of the charts. I mean, hit after hit after hit, #1 hits. And, you know, 50 came along and from the jump, he dropped that Wankster. It was all downhill from there, you know, with the rap world turned on Ja. And Ja tried to come back, you know, 50 had joints like Never Back Down and stuff like that. And Ja tried to come back with Clap Back, which was a pretty good song, but it wasn't direct enough, you know what I mean? And at that time, rap fans had moved past Ja Rule. And 50 had definitely took the top spot in hip-hop for a while. But on a lot of levels, he took Ja Rule's spot. It's like he talked Ja Rule out of doing what he was doing, and then he turned around and done it. It was like, you know, he shamed Ja Rule for emulating Tupac or for like being sing-songy on his songs, and then he did it himself. And Ja was saying, yo, 50's a fan of me. He was in my neighborhood. We both from Queens. He was begging me to put him on, and he was telling me I was the best. And then when he got on with somebody else, you know, he came for his throat. But anyway, man, it was a strange time in hip-hop. You know, it was on the heels of us losing Tupac and Biggie. That happened several years earlier. And there was a lot of things going on. You know, Jam Master Jay had lost his life, you know, inside the studio. And it was just a dark time in hip-hop. And the music, to me, wasn't as good as it was. But when 50 Cent came out, he came out with a buzz, came out aggressive, and his album was hot. Get Rich or Die Trying. But yeah, tell me what you think, man. Was 50 wrong for putting Ja Rule on blast for trying to be like Pac? Or was 50 just hating? Was he hating because he turned around and did the exact same thing he accused Ja of doing? You know, right after he helped Ja get pushed out of hip-hop. Did 50 Cent take Ja Rule's place? Yeah, but peep game. I peep game, man. I mean, I wasn't no Ja Rule fan at all. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't no Ja Rule fan, but I see what he was doing. You know, he carved a nice little lane out for himself that other guys wasn't occupying. You know what I mean? Later on, like Nelly hopped in this lane too, but, you know, wasn't nobody really rapping for the females. Ja fan base was like 99% chick. You know what I mean? And you heard how he was doing it. You heard the kind of music he was making. And then 50 came along and thugged it out a little bit more, but he was sing-songy. Girl, 21 Questions and all of that. Every song, take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. He took his stuff and ran with it, in my opinion. It was like 50 was sitting back watching like, yeah, I want this lane. Yeah, I want this lane. I could do this better than him. You know what I mean? And he sat back and he watched and waited and plotted and got that spot. But Ja wasn't trying to give it to him, though. I will say that. It was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that, you know, everybody don't know about. It was serious. Like, people was really getting hurt. 50 was really getting hurt, as you can see. Yeah. It was real. I mean, he had, when Eminem inherited 50 Cent, he also inherited all of that beef. I mean, they had security round the clock. Real police officers being their security. Murder Inc. was not playing. And they damaged Murder Inc. to the point where Murder Inc. could never come back. They lost their record label. Irv Gotti lost it all. I mean, one time I heard 50 with Angie Martinez in the interview, and 50 was saying, why does Ja always got his shirt off? Like, he's always got his shirt off. What is he, unnecessarily hot? I mean, what's up with the tattoos? Bruh, that type of stuff. And then he turned around and did the exact same thing. I'm like, how is it bad when he do it, but it's cool when you do it? And 50 got called out by Nas for trying to be like Pac. Did an interview with Scratch Magazine, the cover with him and Primo on the front of it, Primo from Gang Starr, and 50 got called out by Nas for the same thing. Man. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Please share and like the video. This your homie Gab. I'm signing off. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
Yeah.